evening and welcome to yet another episode of Sports Hub with Ebe. My name is Ebe Oji, your anchor or your host on the show, being aired on Spotify for our podcasters. Here on the show, we bring to you live updates on sporting events, games, and activities all over the world. Yeah, I said my name is Ebe Oji, your anchor, your host on this podcast, on this audio podcast, live on Spotify for all podcasters. I am excited. I am thrilled. It is finally, Chelsea Football Club finally returned back to winning ways. They finally rediscovered how to score goals. The last time Chelsea won a game was on the 15th of December 2024. It was a 2-1 victory against a certain Brentford side. And in that game, Cucurella scored. Cucurella scored in that game. And it happened again this night. It happened again tonight. Like, it happened again. First half was a little bit blurred, I was like, okay, fine, 16 minutes, 40 minutes, they have not scored. Because Chelsea in the last 5 games, the 3 goals or 4 goals Chelsea has scored in the last 5 games that that they didn't win, they scored early goals. Do you get? Against Fulham, they scored early. Against Crystal Palace, they scored early. But this time around, it did not happen. Against Bournemouth, they scored early. So I was like, it's past 16 minutes, 18 minutes. The goals were not forthcoming. And thankfully, I would say thankful because Tosin scored. Tosin Adebayo scored for Chelsea. It was a beautiful goal. It was a dead ball situation. He scored. I'm like, Chelsea finally has rediscovered how to score goals. The goal was scored at the 24th minute. 24th minute, then a certain Sanchez, as usual, decided to gift Doherty. Doherty is a player that plays for Wolves. It was a Chelsea versus Wolves at Stamford Bridge, and Doherty scored, making it 1-1. I don't understand. As a goalkeeper, you at least you have this advantage, with your height and all that, right? You saw this ball. I know your 6-yard box was crowded with blue shirts and yellow shirts. Do you get sunset yellow shirts for the Wolverhampton side? But then, as a goalkeeper, you caught this ball. Fine, if you know that you're not able to hold this ball, what stopped you from punching out the ball? How do you catch a ball and you just drop it in a space that had a lot of oppositions in it? It doesn't make sense. You dropped the ball and it was a goal. Like, you dropped it and Doherty converted. Sharp, no time. First half ended 1-1, and I was like, we've changed format. Chelsea has changed format. Normally, Chelsea will score first. The early hours of the early minutes of the first half. They don't try to score a second goal. They go into the tunnel for halftime. Coming out, they suddenly forget how to score goals. Like, they don't know how to score goals again. You'll be asking yourself, what happened? This was a Chelsea that played very well in the first half. What happened in the second half? Why are they not scoring goals? What happened? But Chelsea came back in the second half and upped their game. Yes, they came back in the second half and upped their game. This podcast will not be complete without specially acknowledging the person that brought up the idea. The person that brought up the idea for Chelsea to recall back CHALOBAH, aka Jehovah's son. The person that brought up that idea to recall back CHALOBAH, God bless you, honestly. Like, bless you. The person that even had that idea to impute that clause in his season-long loan at Crystal Palace, a recall clause. That was a very, very smart move. A very, very smart move, honestly. It was a very smart, because just imagine playing a Tosin this night and a disaster. It was a calamity. Like, it would have been a calamity, or maybe a Badashil and a Tosin. Like, come on. But today, look at the back line. We had a fit Rhys James, a Tosin, an experienced Tosin, an experienced Trevor CHALOBAH, a rejuvenated Trevor CHALOBAH. Because I feel going to Crystal Palace for 6 months worked under a German coach, Oliver Glasner of Crystal Palace. Learned a lot from him. Was one of their outstanding players for the 6 months he spent there. He scored over 3 goals for Crystal Palace and returning back a rejuvenated. So this is a Chalobah that Chelsea kept aside. Said they wanted to sell. I don't understand how you sell a Chalobah for a Disasi. That's error. That's an error. Error message. Error 404. To be frank with you. He came back, manned that defense line. Everybody, there was nobody that dribbled past him. Ball recoveries A1, interceptions A1, and these were interceptions that did not result. No, there's a difference between interception and interception. There's an interception that is okay, fine, you did it well without it leading to maybe a penalty. He handled his business very, very well. Very, very well. So kudos to Chalobah. He was everywhere, and in fact, he scored. He scored the third goal. He scored the third goal. To be, I don't understand what Enoniwadeke did there, but honestly, Chalobah scored that third goal. Nobody will tell me anything. It was an interesting game. Cucurella was outstanding. He upped his game. See, I feel if the forwards are not forthcoming, I feel that our defenders can start scoring goals for us. Why not? John Terry still remains the highest goal defender as a scorer from the defense line, like the highest defender that scored the most goals in the EPL, over 60 plus goals for Chelsea, right? So if our excuse me, so if the attackers are not forthcoming with goals, probably our defenders will take the initiative. Cucurella came up. He was in fact, you needed to see him going into those small spaces. Those things Enzo does. Cucurella did it today. Went into those small spaces and converted a very beautiful goal. That's his third. In fact, since he joined Chelsea 2 seasons ago, he has not scored up to the number of goals that he scored for Chelsea like this season. 3 goals this season, and they were all beautiful goals. Our last game, the last game he scored, the last game we won was against Brentford on the 15th of December 2024, and that was a goal. That was a game he scored, and now you can imagine Chelsea returning back to winning ways, and he also had a hand in the goal. In one of the goals that was scored today, so it's a good one for us. It's a very good one. It's a huge facelift for Chelsea Football Club. Returning back to winning ways, returning back to top 4, scoring a goal. Do you understand? No, it's a good one. Bringing back Chalobah, and Chalobah, man the defense alongside Tosi scored as well. Cucurella scored. Then Madueke converted from let's just say fine. Chalobah gave the assist, so Madueke scored, making it 3 goals to 1. Jackson had a couple of opportunities. He had even clear-cut opportunities toward the end part of the game, but he did not score. The guy has been so unfortunate. I wouldn't say I feel for him sort of, but then he needs to up his game. He needs to do more. He needs to be much more decisive in the box. He needs to be much more decisive in the box. I don't like. It's not been okay for him. It's not been okay for him. Hopefully we're playing. Chelsea is playing Man City next on Saturday. Yes, that's the last game on Saturday. I wish them the very best. I wish them the best. Now, moving on to how this game went. Like I said, Chelsea has gone on a 5 game without a win, 2 draws, 3 draws, 2 defeats. It has not been an easy thing. And at some point, Chelsea had to come down to 6th place in the league. Man City went to 4th with 38 points, and Chelsea needed to, because Newcastle lost. If Newcastle had not lost, Chelsea would have still been maybe on 6th or thereabout, or 5th. But Newcastle lost, so it gave Chelsea a leverage. Now, looking at the stats we were much more decisive with our gameplay. We had 7 shots. Chelsea had 7 shots on target against Wolves 4. They had 6 shots off target. So out of the 7 shots on target, 3 of them were converted to goals. Yes, to a goal. 3 of them were converted to goals. The other 4 were. That is why I said, if you have opportunity to score goals, you score goals. So imagine if the Wolves had returned back to this game, because Wolves had 4 shots on target, and out of the 4 they had just one shot entering into as in becoming a goal. So imagine they had converted the other 3. It would have not been funny. This match would have ended 4 goals to 3 because we were not able to convert ours. Do you get? So that's the thing. This is not all about even imagination. It's when you have opportunities as a striker, as a forward, anyone that finds themselves inside in a good opportunity to score, in a good position rather to score, convert those chances and score. Because the more goals you score in a game, the more the probability of you winning that game becomes high. But once you don't score, once you limit yourself to 1 or 2 goals, anything can happen. The opposition, you can see the Arsenal game a few days ago. Arsenal were winning by 2 goals to 0. and in 8 minutes they switched off in 8 minutes, and Aston Villa countered on that switch off. In 8 minutes, Aston Villa scored 2 goals. So as a player, once you have opportunity to score goals, please score those goals fair and square. Chelsea had a very good ball possession. They had 63 against Wolves 37. We had a lot of block shots. Like, we controlled the game, especially in the second half. It's a good one for Chelsea, and hopefully this is a very good green entering into the game, because Chelsea all through the week they don't have any game to play, because there's a Champions League game which I will talk about. The Champions League game that we play today, tomorrow, and also a Europa League game. Champions League game, we have 2 more games in the group stage, the league format stage. 2 more games to finish the league format. They've played 6, 2 more games left, and there'll be exciting games that will be played today. So Man City is also going to play. Man City will be playing today. No, they'll be playing. No, it's Man City. Okay, Aston Villa will be playing today. Liverpool as well will be playing today. Yeah, Liverpool they've qualified. It's just to answer present and all that. Liverpool will be playing today. But before I go into the Champions League games, kudos Chelsea. I hope that they build on this win. They've returned back to winning ways, and what a good time. They've returned back to 4th place with 40 points. Finally, they're on 40 points. 22 games, 40 points. It's a good one. At least we're not going to relegate. Chelsea is not relegating, but then hopefully we build. Hopefully Chelsea builds on this win heading forward. I love the fact that Enzo Maresca, tweaked his team. I understand that they had some injury concerns, but having a Disbrow partner, Caicedo, it was nice having both of them play. Disbrow he was the person that gave the assist, a headed assist to Cucurella to score. To an extent, he improved in his gameplay. Disbrow, playing. What is this other guy? Reece James. It was nice seeing Reece James play at least 60 minutes. Yes, 60 minutes on the night. It was a good one. He manned that. I don't think they didn't dribble past him. He showed them that indeed that I am Reece James, and you can't take the ball behind me. I just hope that Reece James continues to be fit for the remainder of the season. It would be nice having a Reece James 100% fit, not getting injured. 16 more games, 22 games have been played so far. 16 more games left for the season to wrap up for Chelsea. Hopefully they wrap up wins from these 16 games. They will wrap up impressive wins from these 16 games. 11 wins so far. Let me go through those last stats again. 22 games have been played. Yes. So 22 games have been played. 6 have been won away. That is for Chelsea, and 5 at home. So 22 games have been played. Chelsea has won 11. They've drawn 7, and they've lost 4. Well, it's not really an impressive, especially with those draws, and the lose or the defeat against Ipswich. This is an Ipswich style that a Man City tore apart 6-0 on Ipswich home turf, and Chelsea lost to Ipswich. It doesn't speak well. This should have been at least 12 wins for us. If probably we even do others, at least 12 wins and 3 defeats. But then it's fine. No wahala. So it is 22 games. 22 games played, 11 wins, 7 draws, 4 defeats, 44 goals scored, 27 against, then plus 17. Quite impressive. 40 points. That's 10 points behind league leaders Liverpool. We are 4 points behind Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. We have 16 more games to play, so anything can happen. Are we in the title race? After the Man City game, then we will know. Yes, because as it stands now, we've just escaped. We've gotten that 40 mark. So that's a good one. It's a good one. They've gotten the 40 mark, and it's massive. It's a massive one for Chelsea. Moving on to the games we have for today. Once again, welcome back, CHALOBAH. Welcome back, Reece James. I hope Reece James remains fit. And when Gusto came, Gusto played well as well. He did well. Probably he saw that Reece James had upped his game, and he said, "Okay, fine. Let me also up my game so that at least I will see game playing time." So it's a good one. It's a good one. So kudos. Yeah, kudos. Kudos to Chelsea. Kudos to Chelsea Football Club. Kudos. Yeah. Kudos. Now, moving on to Champions League. Moving on to the Champions League games. Yes. Moving on to Champions League games for today, tomorrow. Moving on to Champions League games for today, tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so for today, we've got a couple of games. Liverpool will be playing in the Champions League. Of course, they've qualified already. They've qualified already. 21, the 24. Oh, no, not really 21. Not really 21. Champions League games that will be played tomorrow. Yes, Champions League games that will be played tomorrow. Today is still 20th. Champions League games that will be played tomorrow. We have AS Monaco. AS Monaco will take on Aston Villa. And 1 minute, please. Yes. All right. So yeah. All right. So AS Monaco will take on Aston Villa by 6:45. Atalanta will take on Storm Grass by 6:45. Then we have Atletico Madrid versus Bayer Leverkusen. Atletico Madrid will take on Bayer Leverkusen by 9 p.m. Benfica will take on Barcelona by 9 p.m. Bologna will take on Borussia Dortmund by 9 p.m. Club Brugge will take on Juventus by 9 p.m. And we have, okay, Red Star Belgrade will take on PSV Eindhoven by 9 p.m. We've got a lot of 9 p.m. games. Liverpool will take on Lille by 9 p.m. And finally, Slovan Braslavia will take on VfB Stuttgart by 9 p.m. Yes, that's the game for Tuesday. That's the game for Tuesday. Yeah, that's the game. Now, I want to see what I want to show everyone, or talk about how what the league format table looks like as it stands now. Of course, Liverpool has qualified. They've won. They've played six. They've won six. They have 18 points. They've qualified for the round of 16. Barcelona are on second place. They've played six. They've won five. They've drawn none, and they lost one. And that defeat was against Monaco. They're on 15. They have 15 points. I feel they have qualified. Arsenal on third place. Yes, they've played six, won four, lost one, drew one, 13 points. Yeah. Bayer Leverkusen on fourth. They've played six, won four, lost one, drew one, 13 points. Aston Villa are on the same point as well. We've got over 13 from third place down to the 8th place. They are on the same number of points. So I feel the games that we played on Tuesday and on Wednesday, that's on the 21st and on the 22nd, will be very, very key to determine who finishes in top 8, or who finishes, yes, from third place down to 8th place, who finally finishes in this spot. We also have Borussia Dortmund that is just a point outside the 8th, as in outside the 8th place of the league format. They have 12 points. Lille is on 13 points. Like, we've got even Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, AC Milan. Like, we've got a lot of games. So the last two games in the Champions League format, the last two games of this league format is going to be very, very crucial to determine those that will join the likes of Liverpool and Barcelona to qualify automatically for the round of 16. And of course, we'd also know those that will be playing the players. The players will be from the 9th place down to the 25th place. Okay, 24th place. Yes, from the 9th place down to the 24th place, and we would have. Do you get? They will play. It's going to be 16 teams, and they'll play against each other. Playoffs, two-legged playoffs. Anyone that wins would qualify automatically for the round of 16. They will join the 8 that would win out of these playoffs. Will join the other 8 up above, as in above, for the round of 16. Now we also have very big clubs here. We have Real Madrid, the defending champions, in this mix. They've lost 3. They've won 3. They've lost 3. So the last two games, it's very, very crucial. So they need to win their next two games to get 15 points. Getting 15 points, well, hopefully they end up in top 8, but I don't see that happen. They might end up in the qualifiers, as in the playoffs, like those that will play the playoffs, because they've lost a lot. They've lost 3 games out of a possible out of 8, out of 6 played. So it's not good enough. We also have Man City in that mix. Man City has just 8 points. They've played 6, they've won 2, they've drawn 2, and they've lost 2. Not a good one. So the last two games, it's going to be very, very crucial for the likes of Man City, the likes of Real Madrid, the likes of PSG. Well, let's see what happens. PSG, I see they might not finish in top 8, but it's likely they will finish between 9 and 24. So let's see what happens. What are your opinions about these games? Who do you think will join? Who do you think will be left out? Of course, definitely, I know there are some clubs just like the likes of AC Milan. They've not been hit in the last 2 games. They've just had one draw, and they had a defeat against the Juventus. They struggled to get a draw or a point. Well, they got a point against Cagliari in the league, and in their second game under their new manager Kosenkao, he lost against the Juventus side. So this is another opportunity for him to like, okay, fine, it's a cup competition and he's very good in cup games back then when he was at Porto. Probably they would try as much as possible to churn out results in the last two games that we will play in the Champions League. Yes. So for Wednesday, I just listed, I just reeled out the games for Tuesday. For Wednesday Champions League games, we have RB Leipzig will face Sporting CP by 6:45. Shakhtar Donetsk will take on FC Brest by 6:45. For AC Milan will take on Girona. That's going to be a very very dicey one. AC Milan will take on Girona by 9 p.m. Arsenal will take on Dynamo Zagreb. It should be a straight win for Arsenal. Arsenal will take on Dynamo Zagreb by 9 p.m. Celtic will take on Young Boys by 9 p.m. Feyenoord will take on Bayern Munich by 9 p.m. PSG will take on Man City. That is a game you wouldn't want to miss. Two top shots that Arab money, right? This is Qatar versus Saudi Arabia. So it is PSG versus Man City by 9 p.m. Real Madrid will take on RB Salzburg, and Sparta Prague will take on Inter Milan. Yeah, Inter Milan. Then for the Europa League, let me just take the Champions League on Wednesday games again. Leipzig will take on Sporting CP by 6:45 p.m. Shakhtar Donetsk will take on FC Brest by 6:45. AC Milan will take on Girona by 9 p.m. Arsenal will take on Dynamo Zagreb at the Emirates Stadium by 9 p.m. In the last two games Arsenal has played at that top, they've not been too fortunate. So I feel they'll aim to return back to winning ways in all round on their turf, on the Emirates turf, at their Emirates turf, right? So Arsenal battle Dynamo Zagreb by 9 p.m. Celtic will take on Young Boys by 9 p.m. Feyenoord will take on Bayern Munich by 9 p.m. PSG will take on Man City. That is a game you will not want to miss. That game will be played by 9 p.m. Real Madrid will take on RB Leipzig, and finally Sparta Prague will take on Inter Milan. So what are your predictions for these fixtures? Who do you think will finish in top 8? Of course, top seed at the 8, to an extent we know them, but then there's a difference. We have from the 3rd place down to the 8th place on 13 points, and we've got teams on 12 points, 11 points. So a win in their next 2 games, that is 6 points. Adding it up, they'll be gunning to enter inside the top 8 places. But let's see what happens. I know there'll be some upsets today. I mean, there'll be some upsets on Tuesday, being the 21st day of January 2025, and of course on Wednesday the 22nd. So these 2 days, Champions League football will return back to our screens. Champions League football is returning back to our screens. For the Europa League, we have Besiktas. Okay, fine. For Europa League, we have Besiktas. Besiktas will take on Athletic Club. Congratulations, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He is now the new manager for Besiktas. I wish him the very best. But you know, Besiktas, they are no, they don't play there. They don't play there. It's a side that if you don't get wins, their fans can be very very aggressive. Yeah, they can be very very aggressive. Now for the Europa League, we have AZ Alkmaar. On Thursday, that's on the 23rd, AZ Alkmaar will take on AS Roma by 6:45. Bodo Glimt will take on Maccabi Tel Aviv. Yes, Bodo Glimt will take on Maccabi Tel Aviv by 6:45. FC Porto will take on Olympiacos by 6:45. Fenerbahce will take on Lyon by 6:45. Hoffenheim will take on Tottenham Hotspur by 6. Most of their games are by 6:45. Malmo FF. No, most of their games are not by 6. Most of them is likely because from the look of things. Okay, yes, most of them are by 6:45. I'm correct. Yes, Hoffenheim will take on Tottenham Hotspur. I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised that Andy Postecoglou still has a job as a Tottenham Hotspur manager. He should be sacked. 12 defeats out of 22 games. It's not a good turf at all. It's not a good one at all. Hoffenheim will take on Tottenham Hotspur by 6:45. Malmo FF will take on FC 20 by 6:45. Krabak FK will take on FC. I don't know what this is. But then FCSP, I don't know what that is, but then that's the club they'll be playing against by 6:45. Victoria Pilsen will take on Anderlecht by 6:45, and that's the last 6:45 game we have. Victoria Pilsen versus Anderlecht. And for 9 p.m. we have Frankfurt will take on okay, sorry. Frankfurt will take on Ferencvaros. Yes, Ferencvaros. Okay. Ferencvaros, yes, Ferencvaros, yes, yes. Frankfurt versus Ferencvaros will be played by 9 p.m. Felbog will take on Nice. Lazio will take on Real Sociedad. That's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game by 9 p.m. FC Midtjylland will take on Ludogorets. Manchester United will take on Rangers. That game is a game we want to watch. United should be winning Rangers. If there's an upset here, I don't really know the game they'll be winning. Last game they played at Old Trafford, they lost to Brighton, and now they should be winning Rangers. Sure, they've been quite impressive in the Europa League. They've been quite impressive. I don't think even if yes, they've been quite impressive in the Europa League. So I they should be winning that game. They should be winning the game against. I'm looking at their table. Lazio is on top place. They've not lost. Athletic Club, Anderlecht, Lyon, Galatasaray, even Arsenal was. United has not lost as well, so it's a good one for them. They're on seventh place on that league format. They've played six, they've won three, they've drawn three, they've not lost. So it's a good one. I feel they should be winning this game against Rangers. Excuse me. They should be winning this game against Rangers. Let me know your predictions in the comment section. Kindly state your predictions in the comments section. Yes, can you state your predictions in the comment section? Who do you think in this Europa League, that who are the likely faces that you should find they'll be heading into not just the round of 16 but the quarterfinals, and the clubs that you feel or you think would go the mile to their favorites to win this cup. We have Lazio. Lazio is the Athletic Club, is the Anderlecht, is there, Lyon is there as well, and Frankfurt is there, Galatasaray, the Osimhens and all, Manchester United, Rangers, and Tottenham Hotspur. Well, let's see what happens at the end of the day. Let's see what happens. Thank you so much. And for Chelsea fans, it's a good one that they have finally returned back to winning ways. It was a stressful situation for Chelsea. It was a really stressful, because come on, it was a really stressful one for Chelsea. It was a really stressful one for Chelsea Football Club. It's stressful because five games without a win, 5 games against sides that they should have won, and finally they returned back to winning ways. I'll take on the Champions League games again. I'll take on Champions League games again. The games that we played on the 21st of January. That's on Tuesday. We have AS Monaco versus Aston Villa. It's by 6:45. Atlanta will take on Storm Graz by 6:45. Then for 9 p.m. games, we have Atletico Madrid versus Bayer Leverkusen. That game is going to be a very tough game. Benfica will take on Barcelona by 9 p.m. Bologna will take on Borussia Dortmund by 9 p.m. Club Brugge will take on Juventus by 9 p.m. Red Star Belgrade will take on PSV Eindhoven by 9 p.m. Liverpool will take on Lille by 9 p.m. And finally, Braslavia will take on VfB Stuttgart. For Wednesday, being the 22nd, we have RB Leipzig will take on Sporting CP. RB Leipzig will take on Sporting CP. Shakhtar Donetsk will take on Brest. AC Milan will take on Girona. Arsenal will take on Dynamo Zagreb. This game, okay, fine. RB Leipzig versus Sporting CP will play by 6:45. Shakhtar Donetsk will play by 6:45. Then the 9 p.m. games, AC Milan versus Girona. Arsenal will take on Dynamo Zagreb. Celtic will take on Young Boys. Feyenoord will take on, by all these are 9 p.m. games. Feyenoord will take on Bayern Munich by 9 p.m. PSG versus Man City. This is Arab money, like I said earlier. It is Qatar money for PSG and Saudi Arabia money for Man City. That game will be played by 9 p.m. So PSG versus Man City by 9 p.m. Man City got a new player in the person of Omar Mamouche. We got here we go from Fabrizio Romano yesterday. He's gonna take his medicals and probably officially unveil between now and Wednesday. And probably he might come into play against a PSG side. PSG on their own, they got Kvaratskhelia from Napoli. So they got good players. Yeah, they got good players, and we wait to see how well these players will fit into these new sides. PSG versus Man City. The game will be played by 9 p.m. We have also Real Madrid versus RB Salzburg by 9 p.m. And finally, Sparta Prague will take on Inter Milan. Let me know your predictions in the comment section. Kindly state your predictions in the comment section. I would roll out what's the table, the league format, the UCL league format, what it looks like on sitting pretty top of the UCL table is Liverpool. Liverpool, they are topping the league and also topping the Champions League table. Quite impressive for Arne Slot and his side. They've played 6 games and they have not drawn and they have not lost. They've got 100% win record. They are the only side with 100% win record in the UCL. Number one, Liverpool are on 18 points. They have already qualified for the round of 16 and round of 16. Barcelona sits pretty in number two. 6 games played, 5 wins, zero draws, and just 1 defeat. Arsenal are on third place. 6 games played, 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. Bayer Leverkusen are on first place. 6 games played, 4 wins. As in, we've got the same thing. Bayer Leverkusen, Aston Villa, Inter Milan, FC Brest, and Lille. They are all on the same point with Arsenal on third place. So for Arsenal, we've played 6. Bayer Leverkusen 6 games, Aston Villa 6 games, Inter Milan 6 games, FC Brest 6 games, Lille 6 games. Their wins, they've all won the same number of games, they've drawn the same number of games, and they've lost the same number of games. Four wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. 13 points from third place down to the 8th place. So let's see who will be joining them at the end of the day. It's going to be Dortmund. Dortmund are on 9th place with 12 points. Bayern Munich are on 10th place with 12 points. Atletico Madrid 11th place with 12 points. AC Milan 12th place with 12 points. So a win in the next 2 games would automatically, is either they'll be joining anybody that drops in the top 8. These teams I called from 9 down to 12, they are all on the same point. So any of these 4 clubs that I mentioned, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, AC Milan, any of them with a win, 2 wins in their next 2 games, they'll be on 18 points. And it's likely they'll be joining displacing anybody in the top 8. So in the top 3. Not even from 3 down to 8, from the third place down to the 8th place. So anyone that drops from the third place down to the 8th place, those from 9th down to 12th would replace them. So it's going to be quite an interesting thing to watch, an interesting couple of fixtures, next couple of fixtures to watch. What are your predictions? Can you state your predictions in the comment section? Thank you so much. My name remains Ebere Oji. You can follow me on YouTube, Rahen Sports. Rahen Sports is spelled RAHENCE, then Sports, RAHENCE Sports, together as one word. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Up Chelsea, all the best. Hopefully they build on this win, get a win against a Man City side on Saturday. Keep winning games as they come. We are not Chelsea. They are not entitled. Let's just win game, because in the last 5 games, it's not been easy. It's not been easy. Out of 15 points, Chelsea just got 3 out of 15. That's a very bad start. So hopefully they win. They've won this. They win their next, and keep winning. And let's see where they end at the end of the season. My name remains Ebere Oji, your anchor, your host on the Spotify. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yes, we will enjoy the Champions League games. It's exciting. Champions League football is back. Champions League football is back, and we'll be enjoying a game of football later tomorrow, and of course on Wednesday. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And this is me saying bye.